Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to try to start the TO-20. I've been working on this 12 volt conversion for a year and 8 months. But I was kind of pulled off of it to do the addition project and a bunch of other stuff, but now I'm back at it. There was tons of problems with the brackets with this kit, and there still is. It appears as though this belt is going to rub on this bracket, and the lower bracket is just garbage. I think I got this from Steiner, but I would have to look it up. The alternator itself doesn't seem to be bad, but the rest of it really sucked, and the belt didn't fit and a bunch of other stuff. You can go back and look at the previous videos. I have videos on all of this stuff. But I am ready to try to start it. I just checked the gas tank again. I drained the gas way back when, so that was taken care of. But I did not drain the gas out of the carburetor, which might have been a mistake. I'm going to spritz some starting fluid. I have the air cleaner off. Well, I had to take the old positive ground off and put a negative ground on there, so I had to take that whole big assembly over there, which goes down to the carburetor. I had to take all of that off just to get this on, but it's kind of lucky. This way I can spritz some starting fluid in there. I did a whole bunch with this radiator as well. That was pretty interesting. The videos are pretty good. There was a chunk of zinc down in the pipe down here, and I guess that's what they used for anti-corrosion back in the day. But now it has modern antifreeze in it, and everything should work just fine. The radiator is crooked, but that's just because I put it on a little crooked. I just got to loosen up a bolt, push it in, tighten that bolt back up. But starting it is more important. So it looks like I should be able to just pour a little bit of gas in there. Well, actually I got to open up the little valve here and let some fill into the float. Get that all running down to the carburetor, and I should be able to start it up. So once I have gas to the carburetor, I have to put the key in the start position, set the gas at about 1/3, and then, where's the choke? The choke is down there. I'll have to choke it. And then the way you start these is there's an S right here. You can't start these in gear, which was a big problem with these old tractors. Guys would stand right where I'm standing and then try to start it with like the push button ones, and it would be in gear, and they're standing right next to the wheel. And even with just a starter motor, even if it didn't start, it would run them over. And if it did start, it would run them over real good. You can't do that with this one. You just push this up and now push it forward, and it'll start cranking. Hopefully it'll start cranking. And I have this little negative shut off right here. I have to put that back down as well. So that's about it. I might have loose spark wires or something. I also put electronic ignition in this, so there's a lot of different things that potentially could go wrong. Hopefully none of them will. Let's get some gas in here and give it a shot. Nice clean looking gas. Okay, no leaks or anything so far. We'll see the other side. Nope, no leaks here. All right, I'm gonna give that a minute or two and let the gas make its way down to the carburetor. Then I'm gonna spritz some starter fluid in there and give it a shot. Got some right here. Okay, still no drips on the floor. Ah, there's a drip. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out where this is leaking. Damn it, I thought there was a leak in this. All right, I wiped this clean. I want to see if it's coming out down here or if it's coming out around the rim up here. I believe it's coming out around the rim. Yep, I can see gas coming right from here. So I found the leak. I'm gonna have to make a gasket or something. I don't want to buy one online. They cost too much and take way too long to get here. Yeah, that's leaking real bad from this gasket. Maybe it's just on there poorly. Let me get this off. To get it off, you just unloosen this thumb screw. And maybe that's wrong too. Maybe it was just too loose. Because that turned real easy. Alright, let me check this out. I believe I drained the tank because I was getting a drip here and there out of this. I don't think it was leaking like this. So maybe this was the problem. That this little screw down here wasn't tight enough. Let's try it again. Oh, there it goes. It's leaking right off the side here. Alright, now I'll have to see if... Alright, I had to go break up a cat fight. And I don't know how well I did. Alright, I'm going to need to get something to catch this gas. And I'm going to take this bowl off and see what's going on. Okay, hopefully this works. I think that's the problem right there. I have a fully compressed cork gasket and it's hard as a rock. I don't know if this is original equipment or if it's just really old, but it's in bad shape. I'm going to run to the hardware store, see if they have something, either some gasket stock that I can cut one out myself, or if they have a cork gasket this size, that would be sweet. But I'm going to go do that, and I will be right back. You get a lot of people ice fishing on this pond here, but like all the other ponds around here, it's spring fed, and it's got open water right in the middle of it. You can see where the ice starts right there. It gets thicker and thicker. And usually there's a whole bunch of ice fishermen. Yeah, there's a few up there. Not too many. What is it, just 2? Yep, looks that way. Alright, I'm back from town. I got a new gasket. Just wanted to show you. We had freezing fog again last night. Not quite as much as the previous nights, but the next 5 days are going to be no sun and temperatures that are conducive to freezing fog. So I guess it's not very unusual this year. All right, here it is. Screen and gasket shallow. We matched this up. Our little CarQuest in town has a whole bunch of tractor parts, so they have something that they say is probably the replacement for this, and it certainly looks that way. So let's get this in there and see if it leaks. Okay, what I did is put the screen in first. It was the other way around before, but it hardly seems like that's right. We'll give this a shot, and if it doesn't work, I can switch it around. But it kind of seems like the screen would make it leak. And this is a rubber gasket, not cork like the original. So that very well may have been the original gasket. All right, let's give her a shot. Am I out of gas? Certainly not filling up very quick. I didn't put that much in the tank. Let me put a little more in the tank and see if that's the problem. Doesn't appear as though that was the problem. Well, that's really odd. It's like it's having a hard time getting through. All right, let me see what's wrong here. Okay, I am about to give up on this. I believe I know what the problem is. Every time if I use the screen, where are they? I have 2 and they're exactly the same. There's like a rim on this glass bowl that seals against the rubber, but the screen and that gasket are the same size. So if you put it either on top or on the bottom of that gasket, it's going to leak because you have a screen on it. I believe this screen needs to be trimmed. The bowl has like a rim that comes up and then it comes down and there's a little flat. I believe the screen needs to rest in that flat there. So I'm going to do that tonight. Right now I just have the rubber gasket in there and I can open it up and no gas comes out. I believe it's just vapor locked, or maybe that's not the correct term. But if I take the fuel line off over by the carburetor, I believe this is just going to squirt right out and fill right up. So what I'm going to do is keep this closed. I'm going to go take the line off over at the carburetor, and then I think I'll just, maybe I can reach through here. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm guessing this is just going to fill right up and go right through the tube to the carburetor. Then I'll shut it off right away. Just keep my finger over it down there. once I get it started, I believe it will work fine. Hopefully it'll work good enough to get this started. But then tonight I'm gonna take this bowl with me, and I'm gonna cut the screen so it fits inside. It'll fill up, but that's only when it's leaking. I don't have a huge amount of experience with these, but I believe I have a vapor lock right now and that these screens make it leak. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go open up that line over there and then turn this, and I'll bet it fills right up, goes down the line and starts going out of the line down there. I'll have to have something to catch it. I don't really have enough hands for this, but shouldn't be too bad. All right, let's give it a try. I don't think I have to take this all the way off. This is a flare nut here. See, we've got a little bit of leakage right there. If I get this underneath that leak, keep that at the ready, and hopefully I can get through here. Yep, see the gas coming into it and the gas coming out. It wants more air. I don't know if I want to do that. Yep, that was it. Just an airlock. I don't want this nut coming off. Here it goes. Beautiful. That was it. Okay. I have a full non-leaking bowl, but it doesn't have a filter on it. I might just put a little fuel filter along the line. I kind of like to keep things stock, but I don't know if it's going to be this fussy. But again, that part that I had, that screen, is probably one size fits all, and you're supposed to cut it. But nothing has instructions on these days, so maybe I can find something online where somebody who has done this before knows a bit more about it. But yeah, that is not leaking at all. Wipe up a little bit of my gas. Okay, looks like I can give her a shot. It'd be so nice if this thing just starts right up. I've gone through so much on this damn thing. Okay, I think I'm getting gas, but I don't know the state of the carburetor. Hopefully that's not plugged up or anything, but the starting fluid should help with that. The key, all that does when you put it in like the on position, that allows you to start it. This doesn't start it. It starts with this. So we have the gas at, or the throttle at about 1/3, and choke. Open up the choke, and if it does start, we'll put that back in a little bit later. Okay. See if we get any sparks. Oh, I heard something. I didn't really want to hear anything. Okay. So far, so good, I guess. It's not firing at all, but at least the starter's turning the, or or at least the starter motor is running. Alright, now I'm going to have to inspect stuff and figure out what's happening. When I first turned that key, I heard like a click over here. I don't know if that was the coil or what. I don't know that gas is actually getting through the carburetor, but it really doesn't sound like these are firing at all. That little bit of ether in there should have gotten into the cylinders, and at least they would have fired. If the plugs are firing, it should have tried to turn over a little bit. Let me put a little more ether in there and give her another shot. Well, it turned over a hair. Try it again. Got a lot of ether on the ground. Alright. I have to do some testing on this. Guess we'll check the plugs first. I'm going to have to go warm my hands up a little bit though. It is about 25 degrees out here, and I'm freezing my butt off. I'm trying to figure out where that little noise is coming from when I turn the ignition key. It might be the electronic ignition. Now, is it coming from the coil? Huh. I don't know. I'm not used to that. Hopefully it doesn't need that resistor in line here. But the instructions for this coil, they say for normal everyday use, do not put the resistor in. And if you're doing like racing or something, it says to put the resistor in. Alright, I'm going to go look up the electronic ignition and see if it makes a click like that. That's kind of unusual. And then I'm going to come back and do some tests. So, on the positive side, we're getting power there. Getting power to the ammeter there. Yeah, this goes to the coil, so yeah, power there. I took one of the plug wires off and put a plug on it and just had it laying right here and tried to start it, and it had plenty of spark, but it's a tiny little plug. This isn't one of the plugs from here. This is a lawnmower plug, and it had a little spark, so I don't know if that's a valid test or not, but it appears as though we have spark. I don't know whether it's sufficient or not. It should be. So, I'm not real sure how I'm going to test the gas because you can't really see. Let me get my flashlight. You could see in the side of the carburetor. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to see any stream coming through there. Maybe if I set the camera up here and then go look at the film. But it's hard to get around this exhaust here to see what's going on in there. I'd have to have my head right inside of here while I'm trying to start it, and I really don't want to do that. Alright, yeah, let me put the camera right in front of this. Oh, I don't have a light though, a camera and a light. Yike. Okay, I'm going to have to try to rig this up, and then I'll try to start it, and then I'll look at the film and see if I can see gas flowing in there. What a pain. Okay, I had to put the battery on the NoCo Genius here, the charger. It's at 50%, and it takes a while longer. It's on the cold setting. It is in the 20s out here. It's quite cold. I don't know if the cold is having an effect on starting this or not. I don't know what it looked like in the carburetor there, but I thought I saw a lot of gas right around the edge of the carburetor, and it looks like there's stuff on the ground. But I know when I sprayed the ether in there that was kind of collecting at the edge, but it might have been mixing with gas as well. So I don't know what's going on over here, if I'm getting gas or not, but it appears to be getting at least a bit of spark. So my batteries are dead in my test meter, my multimeter. So I'm going to bring that in the house and get new batteries in it. I do have to do this screen thing, cut that to size and get that put back in, but I'm not going to do that right now. It is incredibly cold working with gasoline when it's this cold out. You get a little bit of gas on your hands and it evaporates so quick, just takes the heat right away. And this stupid thumb that I cut, a couple weeks back, it's like it has no nerves right here. So this gets really, really cold. So my new plan is to get the battery charged, go put batteries in the test meter and do some tests. I already did some minor tests and it has electricity to all the places it needs. I need to check the spark plugs and see if all of them are firing. My spark plug tester is broke. We broke it this last summer when we were working on a Gator. So I'm going to go pick up a spark plug tester tonight. Me and the dog will run to the store, get one of those, and get some fresh gas while we're on the road. And then I'm going to try again tomorrow. I'm going to do a few more tests, make sure I got spark at all the spark plugs. And if everything is checking out, then it very well may be that I need to at least clean out this carburetor and possibly rebuild it. I'd rather not do that, but at least that I can do in the house where it's not so damn cold. Tomorrow when I work out here, I'm going to bring the torpedo heater and I'm going to shut this door. I'm going to bring my big light over here and work by that light. I've had the door open so I could get a bit better light in here, but it is just awful cold out here. So I'll be working on this again tomorrow. We don't get our drywall for room 13 and the addition. That's getting delivered on Saturday, and today is Wednesday. So I got 2 more days to get this thing started. Hopefully I can do it. So if you want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it'll help the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.